Hey guys, welcome back to the biggest agricultural platform in Namibia known as Nduna Wengombe, which means headman of cattle. My name, of course, Mitchell Mutumba Simata, aka the headman of cattle. So today, on the 18th of August 2022, I'm gonna talk about part two of our previous video, which was basic goat health management. Today, we're gonna touch on part two. And the first topic we're going to touch on is mastitis. As you guys know, I'm never writing, so I got my trusted notebook here with my not so flattering handwriting. Let's get into it. Lactating females diagnosed with mastitis should be administered with 100 millimeters of LA oxytetracycline antibiotic injected into the muscle of the hind leg every third day until cured. In several cases, combine the antibiotic injections with the intermammary antibiotic injection, antibiotic medication for lactating cows. Insert the medication into the goat's teats kennel once a day after first milking out all the milk. Continue this treatment until the mastitis is cleared up, says Rowe. Deadly heart water. Bond tick can transmit the potentially deadly disease heart water to goats. Find out whether heart water is common in your local area and implement tick control measures if necessary. Goats infected with heart waters have a high temperature and manifest nervous system such as abnormal walking, hypersensitivity to touch, falling over and displaying a kicking action. Unless treated rapidly, hot water can result in death. Animals raised in hot water prevalent areas are more resistant to disease, and moving goats not resistant to the disease to a known hot water area could be risky. So that's when it comes to hot water. Treat hot water with 100 ml short-acting intravenous oxytetracycline antibiotic injection. It is important to inject directly into the vein, as the heart water parasite adheres itself to vein walls. An antibiotic injection intramuscular takes too long to reach the vein to kill the parasite, explains Rowe. Follow up with another 10 milligrams of LA oxytetracycline, preferably injected intramuscularly. To treat a goat kid for heart water, inject 3 ml to 5 ml depending on its weight, as indicated above. In both cases, if LA is not used, animals should be injected daily for 3 days. Foot rot. Foot rot is caused by a bacteria which are easily spread among goats. It is more likely to affect those kept on pastures or under intensive conditions. Minimize its development by keeping shed clean and once a week sending all animals through a foot bath containing 10% zinc sulfide solution. Goats should remain in the foot bath for 5 minutes. If goats become infected, they should be isolated from the rest of the flock until fully healed. Goats with foot rot should be injected intramuscularly with an appropriate antibiotic such as oxytetracycline LA and iodine foot rot spray. Should also be applied thoroughly to all 4 hooves, especially between the hooves, says Rowe. Goats can also develop abscesses between their hooves. To prevent this, remove droppings from the goat housing at least once a week. Dip the animals against sticks, send them through a foot bath once a week, and regularly apply iodine spray between their hooves. Treat such abscesses with LA tetracycline antibiotic injection until healed. For adult goats, the antibiotic dosage should be 5 ml every third day. For young goats, it's 2 ml every third day. Spray the abscess with an iodine spray until fully healed. Goats can also develop abscess under the skin. Once the abscess is soft, cut it open on the lower side with a sterile blade to allow the pus to drain. Keep the incision open and flush it daily with clean warm salt solution to remove any pus. The goats can also be infected with antibiotic can also be injected with antibiotics to aid healing. Rowe stresses the need to wear gloves, disposable gloves when treating an abscess to avoid getting infected or causing other animals to become infected. The bacteria in the pus is highly contagious. Any pus must be carefully collected and immediately disposed of by burning or burying it. The incision should also be sprayed with a wound spray. Keep flies away, he says. This presentation was given at the 2016 Goat Agribusiness Conference in South Africa by Dr. Alan Rowe, Chief State Veterinary of the Harry Gwala District Municipality of South Africa. So that was part 2. This was information shared by Mr. Rowe. I thought I should talk about it because I am also aspiring to get into the small stock business. You know, I'm looking for land to get back into the cattle business, but if that doesn't happen and I can only get 50 hectares or even 50 to 100 hectares, I'll probably look at small flock like goats, for example, because at least I can run them on 100 hectares and they won't really do some serious damage to the grazing. So those are my 2 cents, and the information is contrary thanks to the biggest agricultural magazine in Namibia, not Namibia, but in SADC, known as Farmers Weekly, and thanks to Dr. Alan Rowe of the Harry Gwala District Municipality in South Africa. He gave this presentation in 2016. I should have looked at things like ORF. I think I'll look at that later, the scurvy illness for goats. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say bye for now. See you next time.